Can I taste your juice?
Hey folks, PBusardo. So we're going to talk a little bit about BogeGate and find out what's going on there. Going to talk a little bit about some other things first before we get there. So here we are, fresh back from the Motley Crue and Kiss concert. First of all, how's the hangover doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. One of the benefits of starting the party earlier on in the day, you kind of end it a little bit earlier too. So I've had a fair amount of recovery time. So I'm doing pretty good. What did I think of the concert? Motley Crue, always a good time. They're real good with the crowd. Cool stage show. Tommy Lee did his roller coaster upside down drum kit thing, which is always fun to watch. And then the Kiss portion of it. Wow. I was not impressed. I think I had an unrealistic expectation hearing about their amazing stage show from all the Kiss fans that I am friends with. And I don't know, I just didn't see it. I didn't get it. We actually kind of left a little bit earlier. I don't know. Hey, you know what? Taste and juice is subjective. Devices is subjective. Stage show, bands, and music is subjective too, right? Okay. So that's that. I wanted to show you guys this. This is a lanyard that I got from Serenity Gear. Serenity Gear Leather. I'll put their website up here on the screen. When I went to Vape Bash and Vape Fest, I very quickly learned that this is a very handy thing to have, carrying your PV around your neck, or because when I went to visit all the tables and taking the photos, meeting people, looking at gear, I pretty much left my Provari at every single table that I went to, and then I would go to the next table and go for a vape, and I didn't have it, and I panicked every time, and then I would go running back to the table, and a lot of good people there, so there it was. This is really going to help me out for VaporCon that I cannot wait for. So I did wear this to the concert yesterday, and I had my PV with me all the time, and this is kind of funny because I'm walking. By the way, this does have a cutout here for the button, and it does have a cutout for the display as well. You can see that there. Just feels real nice. It's $24.95 on their website if you're interested in this. They also do have belt holsters for it too. So I'm walking into the concert at the checkpoint, the security checkpoint, and I've got this around my neck. And of course he looks down at that and he says, "What is that, sir?" So I say it's an electronic cigarette, and I go to grab it to demonstrate that it's an electronic cigarette, and he looks at me, he says, "Okay, go ahead." So, feeling very safe now, I go into the concert with what could potentially be a pipe bomb with a digital countdown timer, okay? So, real top-notch security there. So that's the concert. Now, before we get to BogeGate, it appears that we also have PWM-Gate, Pulse Width Modulation Gate. So, I've been saying for a long time that some of these pulse width modulation devices are hitting much harder than the setting that you're putting them on, okay? So, well, now it sounds like the review community has some calculations and potentially a new device that is going to allow us to better show you what these things are really doing. So, I mean, if you're setting them for 3 volts, are you getting 3 volts? I think we've always known that we're not. But now we have the numbers and the knowledge and the devices to show that to you, okay? So that's that. Now let's talk about BogeGate. All right, BogeGate. So, I've been hearing a lot of people who are following BogeGate who send me messages all the time. Let me summarize the messages that I'm getting on BogeGate. They're good, they're bad, they're good, they're bad. I love them again, I hate them again. I love them, hate them, they're good, they're bad. So it's really kind of a mixed opinion out there. What I can tell you is that Bogue was kind enough to send me a bunch of Cardos, low resistance Cardos, normal resistance Cardos, and I have been playing with them side by side. And in the past few days, I have been cranky again. Why am I cranky again? Well, I've always been able to punch 3 holes in the Bogue Cardos, or slot them the way I've slotted them. Yeah, in the videos that I've done in the past, and they've worked just fine. Okay, so the other day, I take one of the new ones, one of the low resistance, and I punch 3 holes in it, and I put it in my tank, and off I go vaping. Within 2 hours, I'm flooding. That's never happened to me from a Bogue before. Okay, so yesterday, going to the concert, I made like a rookie mistake. I brought a ProVary, brought extra batteries, and I had a Cardo tank. That's all I had. I didn't have any backups. I didn't have any extra Cardos or anything. And I had one of the new low resistance Cardos in there, and I had it punched twice. Okay, punched twice. Have never had an issue punching a Bogue twice. Punching a Bogue 3 times. Okay, we get to the campground. I'm vaping and I'm flooding, and I'm cranky about it. Right. Luckily, my friend who I was with did have a couple of Cardos that I punched for him, but they were from the original batch of long shorts. Okay, so I took one of those Cardos. Luckily, he had a couple extra. He brought them. Smart guy. He's a new vapor. I'm like a vet, and I bring only one tank and one Cardo. Duh. So I slapped that in my tank. No problems for the rest of the day and night and into today. Okay, so that made me cranky. So now I get home today, and I start playing with the Cardos again, because now this crankiness about the Bogue Cardos is on my mind. The first thing that I do is I pull 2 random boxes. I pull a box. Where is this? I'm looking for. There we go. I pull a box of low resistance, and I had 1 box left of my my old long shorts. All right, and pull a box, and then I pull a box of the new Cardos that just came from Bogue. And again, these are long shorts again. Okay, the short shorts, they're kind of gone now, right? And I look at the resistance. I just measured the resistance. This is, I mean, accentuated a little bit by the, by the range of this graph. But, and I've noticed this a little bit. These are the 5 Cardos, and I've sorted them from the lowest reading that I got to the highest, and I did use a meter for this. And then this last row here is just the average of the 5 Cardos. The new Cardos that I just got from Bogue are in blue. The old Cardos, the old long shorts, are in red, and just generally seeing a higher resistance. And I've kind of noticed this a little bit. It could be statistical noise, but I've just felt like the resistance is creeping up on the low resistance Cardos. The high resistance, or not the high, but the normal resistance Cardos. Let me go back to this here. I measured those 2, and the average came out to 2.96. So those appear to be holding around the 3 ohm range. Okay, so I can deal with that. Just adjust very little different, right? There's not too much of a difference there. Like I said, it's pretty much statistical noise. But what about the flavor? Okay, so I just did a whole lot of vaping, and I rolled the camera for some of it. And I tested side by side. I tested the new ones. I tested the old long shorts, and I tested some of the short shorts. And then I was kind of getting something. And so what I did was I looked at my range of mods. And originally I was going to use the black ProVary and the silver ProVary, but they have different finishes on them, and I can feel the difference when I was like mixing them up in my hands. All right, so I didn't use those, but I happen to have these eye motions that came in for review, and these feel exactly the same. You can't tell. So I put the old one, the old long short, the original one, the good ones, right, on the white one, and then I put the new ones that just came in from Bogue on the black one. Put the same juice in these, vaping them, mixing them up. I can taste the new Cardo, that different flavor, every single time. I can taste it every time. It is coming across, again, like a savory flavor to me. Okay, almost like a turkey bacon. That's what I've described it as. And it's still in the new Cardos from the Bogues, directly from Bogue. whatever that is, and for whatever reason it's happening, for me, it's still there. Okay, it's still there. I can still taste it. Does that mean that I'm not using Bogues anymore? Well, I mean, really, this is pushing me to use my Vivanovas a whole lot more because I'm really enjoying the Vivanovas. Okay, but, you know, I mean, when you have tanks, you know, beautiful tanks, all your beautiful Cardomizer tanks, you know, like the Privé, right? I still want to use my tanks. So I'm like down to like my last pack or two of the original Bogues, long short, and you know, that's what I have in here right now. When I get down to it, I'm probably gonna start using the new Bogues as much as I could stand it. You know, it's a subtle thing. It's not a huge pronounced thing. It is subtle, but it's there. I can taste it, and it does make me a little bit cranky. Okay, so that's where I am with BogeGate. It appears like whatever it is that has changed the flavor of the Bogue is still there. You know, and again, this is my experience, so if yours is different, if you're happy with them, continue to vape. As long as you're not smoking, it's a good thing. And that's it. I'm going to kind of wrap this little talk up here. But before I do, I will take a vape on this, okay, because I know you guys are all waiting for me to talk about this, so let's go ahead and vape it. What do I have to say about this, the Z-Addy Pro? Well, nothing right now. I want to spend more time with it. I want to fully understand it, get a lot of time under my belt with it, the same way I did with the Odysseus. Okay, so soon enough, I'll let you know what I think about it. Okay, that is it. If you did go to Vape Expo, I can't wait to see the photos and hear all the stories. I hope you guys had a great time at that. And that's it, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you again soon.
Can I taste your juice?